Hey guys, Tony Letizia with VRA Realty here as the Mindful Realtor, coming back to give you the steps to buying a house. One of the biggest questions I get asked as a realtor, especially from new home buyers or people that haven't bought a house in a long time, are what are the steps towards buying a house? How do I get prepared? And how do I make those first leaps into home ownership? Your first step, number one, is always going to be showing how you are going to pay for that house. Either one, you have the cash on hand, which I'm not sure how many people have that nowadays for a brand new house or for any type of house. Or two, which is very common, is getting your pre-approval letter from a reputable and local bank. This step is incredibly important because one, it shows you how much you can afford. Two, it shows the credit bureaus that you are starting to look for good debt. Mortgages are considered a good debt because you have an asset that you have in collateral to the loan that you're getting, as opposed to a credit card or personal loan, which is considered an unsecured line of credit. The last thing is that getting your pre-approval or going through that pre-approval process can get you prepared sooner for home ownership. It'll put all of your finances into perspective. It'll make you understand things in more of a monthly payment versus your income sort of way. And I find that it's incredibly enlightening for people to get that process going first before thinking about, oh, I can afford this house or that house because Zillow or Realtor.com says so. Step two is searching for that house. And going and touring houses is incredibly enjoyable. It's a very fun process for most people. Seeing it with a realtor actually will show you what your realtor is willing to do and do for you to understand the whole package that comes behind that house that you're looking at. A good realtor is going to be able to tell you comparable knowledge of the houses in the area, what have sold, and where this one kind of stacks up. It'll show you exactly what they know about how houses are built and what a good quality house is. And the last thing is they're going to figure out with the other agent, what is the seller looking for? They're also going to be able to show you that they are listening to you and finding the perfect houses so that you're not wasting your time touring things that make no sense for you and your needs. The third step to finding a house is to start making offers using that pre-approval and using the knowledge that you have from touring those houses with your realtor. This is probably the scariest part of everybody's home search because you're really putting your money where your mouth is. You're saying, I like this house. I understand the value. I understand as much as I can without an inspection what this house is going to bring into my life. And it's time for me to show that seller that I'm willing to meet them in some way by giving them a decent offer. It's definitely good to have a smart realtor during this situation because a experienced realtor and one who is working in that market frequently understands who are winning those offers and what those sellers are looking for in those offers. There's a couple of ways to do it. Really, there's a lot of back end research that a good realtor can do to do reverse prospecting and figure out what other houses were getting offers and where those offers were landing. But also knowing the realtors that are working in that area and being able to talk to them about, what can I do to win? What can my buyer with this situation do to win this house? It becomes incredibly imperative to get that and get a good realtor that can help you and go that extra mile because you'll be able to get in on a house that you really thought may have been out of reach, or sometimes you just think that it's too competitive and you're not going to win next to a cash offer or something like that. I can tell you, as a good realtor myself, I have won many bids not being the cash offer just by writing better terms and just knowing what the seller wants in an offer. The fourth part of buying a house, and this is after your offer gets accepted, are the contingencies of being under contract. And what that means is with contingencies, typically in a contract, you have 3 points of negotiation. You have your initial offer, which you write all of your terms and hope that they get accepted. And then you can opt for two additional contingencies. One is the inspection contingency, which I know has a lot of media saying everybody's waiving them and doing that. I never let my clients waive inspections. It's a very silly thing to do. But that is a point of contingency where, let's say we do have an inspection contingency, you are able to ask for things on the inspection that are considered major defects and either get them fixed or have credits provided to you in the form of either seller's assistance or a price cut. The other contingency that could be in an agreement is the mortgage contingency. So if you are using a mortgage, there's going to be an appraisal, which is a third party representative who will assess the value of the house and essentially let the bank know what they're able to lend on that house. And with that contingency, sometimes, especially with this rising market of prices, we're not seeing the appraisal hit the value of the sales price as often. So usually that is a point of contingency that will be another point of negotiation during the sales contract. A good realtor will be able to negate a lot of those contingencies and make sure that everything runs smoothly for both sides. That's what makes a really, really good transaction, are two great realtors that can hold it together. The last and final step, after we've gotten through all of our contingencies, both sides are happy with knowing exactly what each one is getting, is the settlement. And that it could be a very contentious meeting. It could be a meeting not at all. Sometimes parties do them separately, or sometimes it can be a really fun experience talking with the seller, getting the lowdown about the house and kind of figuring out a little bit more about, why are they moving and just getting everybody's story. It could be a really good time, but it is the day that you get the keys handed to you. It's the day that you are signing your butt off. Your hand will hurt after signing all the documents, but after that, you are officially a homeowner. And I can hold up a for sale sign with you in front of your house and take a nice picture because you just bought a house. Congratulations. Let me know if you want to hear anything else. I am making content daily now, and I would like to hear what you would want to hear from an honest realtor like me. Have a great day.